Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode of Epic Geek Out, the only show on the internet where Wrath of the Titans is actually a sequel to Remember the Titans. They're mad at you because you didn't remember them, Rob. I'm your host, Chad.
Like he said, I'm your host, Rob, and today we will be reviewing the new movie Wrath of the Titans.
Yes, the real movie, not the sequel to
Remember the Titans.
Yes. But we have another great week for you. Coming on Thursday, we have a review of the new Resident Evil game, Operation Raccoon City. And happy birthday to Epic Geek Out.
Us!
We're 1 month old.
But
Not officially today, but I guess a couple days ago. It's not an April Fool's joke. We are actually a month old. We've been consistent. Hopefully, long time to come.
Yeah.
From us.
That's been our goal to consistently put out episodes. So if you don't like one, you didn't watch that one, but maybe you'd like the next. So again, keep your ideas coming in. You can always email us at fans@epicgeekout.com.
Yep, or Twitter @epicgeekout. Also, we got a Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit us up because we'll appreciate it.
Yep.
And let's get into our review of Wrath of the Titans.
So today we saw Wrath of the Titans, a movie starring Sam Worthington, Liam Neeson, Ralph Fiennes, among others. It's the sequel to Clash of the Titans, which came out a couple years ago.
The remake.
The remake
Yeah.
of, the original, which I guess it would have to be. But Wrath of the Titans follows the son of Zeus, who is Perseus, who is a demigod, and he's just pretty much trying to live a normal life with his son, being fishermen and trying to get away from all the crazy events of
If I was
the
a
first
demigod,
one.
I would not be living a normal life.
Yeah, I
I'll
wouldn't
say
either.
that.
Promised his dead wife that, the son would never hold a sword, things like that. And of course, the situation arises in which Zeus needs to call upon, his help and save the world. So save the humans and, work with the gods, which is kind of unwilling to do. So, Chad, what did you think of it?
Well, I kind of enjoyed the first one. It's not really...
I hated the first one.
Yeah.
It might have been the situation, we've talked about
the-
before that, situation can somewhat dictate if you like a movie or not. I saw it in a really crappy theater up in the Poconos, and I'm pretty sure they showed us a 3D print without giving us the glasses, and I don't think it was the best movie. I don't think I would have liked any great movie in that situation, but I kind of loathed the first one.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind it. It's not a blockbuster well, I guess it is technically a blockbuster, but it's not like a Academy Award-winning movie.
No,
it's not. You're not going to see this movie for the story or the acting or really anything but action and effects. And it manages to pack a lot of that in. The first one, definitely chock full of that kind of stuff. This one, very similar. So wasn't going in expecting anything that's gonna be revolutionizing or like a revolutionary story, but went in looking for some excitement, some action. I feel that it kind of delivered on that. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. I mean, maybe even a little bit more action in the first movie than this one. I kind of like the journey in the first one because they're on a journey. This one, they were sort of on a journey, but it kind of just wasn't as big of a journey, in my opinion. I don't know.
I mean, I think it pretty much was the exact same movie as the first one. Different monsters.
It was very similar.
Fight, final monster. No story, no acting. But good.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, and really, I had a lot of fun watching it. Another thing in front of my face, like always. And the ending sequence was pretty awesome. I thought that it built up to something that was really satisfying. The big baddie in the whole movie in the end was satisfying. The little team up, which I don't want to spoil at the end, was awesome, I thought. Still some things that are completely unbelievable, wouldn't happen, completely far-fetched, but just I didn't go into it expecting not to find plot holes like that. So I think I was satisfied by the action. The effects were awesome as usual. Didn't really have any problems with any of the effects. So yeah, it pretty much delivers on what I anticipated it being, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, I just feel like in this age of movies with, you can have an action movie with a great script. I got into this argument with another friend. Oh, I just like action movies. I just like the action scenes. Yeah, but, they can develop a character. I mean, there was hardly any dialogue in this movie. It was just getting to a new set piece, fighting this new baddie. Baddie, that he has no hope of defeating, but then he ends up,
Yeah, I mean, what's gonna happen.
It's very predictable. I mean, I liked it better than the first. Again, I didn't have the same situation.
I think
of
the first movie they tried to implement some character development and stuff, and they failed. So this one they're just like, well, let's just screw
maybe
that.
with some people, but
you know what I mean?
yeah,
I
I
think
know.
they
I
tried
thought
to
that was
screw
one
that.
of the biggest faults of the first, and this one too. I just think they didn't.
Well, I think the first one, I think they tried to set up a little bit of the characters a little bit more. This one time, you didn't really meet any of their team members per se, besides Andromeda.
Yeah.
And I mean, they didn't really try too hard to set characters up. So I mean,
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, it is what it is. If you have low expectations, like I had extremely low expectations, I wasn't sitting there, wishing it was over. So
Right.
that was good. The action was decent. It was really similar to the first one. Maybe some more known. Medusa was in the first one. This one had the Minotaur for a little bit.
Cyclops.
Cyclopses.
I guess was that supposed to be Minotaur?
Yeah,
It had
it
like
was-
tree horns. It was weird.
No, it was definitely a Minotaur.
Yeah,
Minotaur
yeah, I
protects
guess,
the labyrinth.
yeah.
So if you
Well,
knew
yeah.
some mythological backgrounds, you could assign a backstory to the people yourself. But I don't think as a moviegoer that's your responsibility. I think that's the people who write the movie. It's a responsibility, and they just there was hardly any dialogue, and there was
Yeah,
just
I mean that was.
it's a waste of Liam Neeson and Ralph Fiennes in these epic
Yeah.
roles. I mean, they look very similar, and I guess they're brothers, so I guess they should. But it just it was fine. It was an action movie. There are a couple moments I absolutely hated. I just realized I roll my eyes when I hate things and I'm talking about it. He's about to leave. This isn't giving anything away because he's gonna be in the movie fighting things, and he says "I love you" to his son, and the son goes, "I know."
Han Solo style, but it didn't make any sense.
It makes no sense for the son to respond like that. At one point in the first action scene, he's running with the sword, holding the blade. And if you're running,
Well,
you
I mean-
have to grip something.
Yeah, I mean I can understand holding the sword kind of like that, but like having that be the actual hilt because when he
but
went
hold
down
the
on the
grip.
guy.
Yeah,
I know, yeah.
But hold the grip and don't
Yeah.
hold the
Well, he
blade.
did that throughout the
and it's
movie,
supposed, yeah,
the
and
parts,
it's like
which was
why
weird.
I don't understand how someone's holding a sword and not cutting their hand.
It was a dull sword.
Yeah, it's a dull sword that ends up impaling people. So I had extremely low expectations, and it did beat out expectations for me. But it certainly wasn't anything. We paid matinee price. I would have been annoyed if I paid a full price for this movie. It's not anything that you need to go run out and see. If you're bored, it happens to fall in like the correct time, and you like mythological.
Yeah, I mean I've always kind of liked Greek mythology. I always was interested.
I just
in
feel
it.
Greek mythology could be done so much.
I
better.
agree, but
And
it's a nice little digestible, actiony Greek exposure, and I think that they kind of
Sure.
expanded upon the traditional tropes of Greek mythology with the ending, the way it happened. I mean,
Yeah,
that's not in
with
obviously
ruining
in-
it.
Well, I don't think it was necessarily ruined. I mean, it was a nice little. I don't want to spoil it, but the
Yeah, I know what you
team up,
mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
was a nice little.
yeah.
I mean, I thought it was
I
okay.
enjoyed it when I saw it, but I
Yeah.
mean, I kind of hated it when I thought about it. If that
I
makes
guess,
sense.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was. I didn't sit there like you said, wanting
Incredibly,
to leave.
I think incredibly mediocre is just a perfect way to put it. It didn't blow me away by anything. Sam Worthington, he's
His hair was goofy. His like fro.
Oh, and then like at one point they're talking like, "Brother, we must do this" in this like epic voice, and then other times they're like practically saying, "Dude, come on."
Yeah.
It's like, come on, stay.
Stays consistent.
It's an action movie. It's set in this time. Just stay
You're
consistent.
talking about the humor moments.
Yeah, the humor moments. Yeah, with Poseidon's son.
I
or
enjoyed
things like
those,
that. But like, don't. If you want to make a current Greek movie,
Yeah.
like I don't know, just stay consistent. And it was consistent that it was a little bit of dialogue. Oh, we're gonna walk to this place. We're gonna do this. We're gonna fight this guy. Then do it again, and like
Yeah.
the last bad guy was pretty cool. Looked cool. But here's what I wanted to say earlier. If God of War was a movie, it would be this.
Yeah,
It just
really.
reminded me a lot of that video game with the epic scale of it. So
And even the God of War played a large part in.
yeah,
maybe
very
Ares,
true,
so-
very true. But I think also it would have been God of War probably has a better story and rating than
Yeah, I wonder if they're making a
this
movie. I think they might be. I think I heard that. I don't know.
Sure. But
But it would be this movie.
don't rush out and see it. It would be a good thing just to grab
It's
one.
the
in
first
Redbox.
movie. If you like the first one, it's pretty much the same thing. It's a very similar plot line, pacing. Everything's very similar, and it's more the same. If you like that candy the first time, you're gonna like it this time. It's that actiony, special effects driven movie, and there's not a lot of storyline behind it, but it is what it is. So check it out if you like that. If you didn't, maybe you want to wait till catch us on DVD. I think it'd be a good movie to catch on DVD because,
yeah, if you split like the $1.30 Redbox cost.
Yeah,
like
I think it's worth
people.
more than that. To be honest,
it might be. I guess.
That's all right. So that is Wrath of the Titans.
Again, it's that part of the show where it's time to give our thanks. So, Chad, what are you thankful for today?
Today, I am thankful for a little game that I downloaded. You got to witness yesterday. I downloaded it and played through it. Little game. Yes, it was. We recently saw a review on it from our favorite show, Totally Rad Show, our favorite online show besides Epic Geek Out. Yeah. And so it was a game that I wanted to check out since I saw previews of it at E3. I was intrigued by it and wanted to check it out. Didn't even realize it was out, to be honest. And checked out called Journey. It's a little PlayStation Network game by That Game Company. It's really, I don't want to describe it at all. It's just an experience, really. Piece of art, I said. Maybe not your game, but I think it's definitely something. It's maybe a little over an hour and a half long.
I enjoyed the 2 minutes watching you play.
Yeah, but it's really it is a journey. You go through a journey in the game.
Maybe that's where they got the title for it.
The music of the game, the visuals, everything adds up. Even the metaphor that the game is really adds up to.
So you weren't getting into it.
No, I did. I really liked it. I did like the game. Yeah, it was a very good game. Definitely an experience I'm glad I had, and I think everyone out there should experience. So, Journey, check it out on PlayStation Network.
And what I'm thankful for today, even though you're not asking, but what I'm thankful for today is recently, since we're doing this show, we decided let's get back into comics. Never was a big comics fan, had some growing up. Mainly just collected them, didn't really read or appreciate the art style, the writing, anything like that. So recently I thought, let's get Invincible. So I got the volume 1 from Amazon. It came in a hardcover book. Breezed through it actually in one night. And just a really interesting take. Now, since it's come out, we've seen some movies like Kick-Ass, other things like that, where we've seen the high school superhero go through all that thing as a kid.
Sky High.
Yeah, Sky High, which I kind of loved. I'm not going to lie about Sky High. But, Invincible, it was just a good read. There's one moment in it that's like, holy crap, which Chad doesn't know much about it, so I'm really excited for him to read it, because they take every superhero trope and just twist it a little bit, and it's good. It was really enjoyable. I wish I didn't know that little twist going into it, because that's actually what kind of made me want to read the book. But it was good. I really enjoyed it, so I'm going to look forward to Volume 2 and catching up with that series and, really jumping into comic books, because I think that's a
cool, I mean,
truly
ton of comics that were
interesting thing. Definitely appreciating the art now that I'm older.
Yeah, the art of Invincible, I thought. I looked through it quick. And
it's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it was awesome. Very plain, simple.
Yep,
but good.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So thank you, Invincible and Journey. Until next time, we're going to be talking next episode on Thursday. We're going to be talking about Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to YouTube and you'll get the updates. Until next time, take care, and thanks for watching another episode of Epic Geek Out.